talking to the folks, Aaron and Keegan, about having to get jobs. Now this is for two, because I've suggested a few things and you keep telling me no. So tell me exactly what it is you want to do and how you're going to accomplish that thing. Dude.
What you gonna do?
I mean, you're 19.
What
You gotta get a
do?
job. You've lasted longer than we ever did. And so, what are you gonna do and how are you gonna do it?
Jim Brown say, what you gonna do? Don't say what Richard said.
No, I'm not.
That would be a bad idea.
I'm not gonna do crack.
That's not what he says.
Is that what
He says, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do, but I know I'm gonna get the fuck away from you so I don't have to hear what you gonna do.
No. What drug was he doing?
Doesn't matter. Answer my question. You're going into politics, aren't you?
Ooh.
Evading the questions.
Anyway, if you make politics sound like a bad thing, nobody will ever go into politics. Right. And we need y'all to go into politics.
I don't know.
Come on, man. What the F, man? This is terrible.
I have a lot of projects. I just.
But how are those projects going to put money in your pocket?
I have to finish them.
Okay, how are you going to finish? How are you going to support yourself until they're finished? Or contribute to the household until they're finished?
And you could ask me the same damn question because I don't have an answer for that. I don't know how he would have an answer to that.
Well, but every time I give him a suggestion, hey, you could do this, or hey, you could do that, or what about I reach out to this person I know. He says no.
Okay. I think you understand. I think you need to understand something. It is not about giving him choices. It really isn't. If you have a lead, follow the lead. Period.
But
he's got to go do it. He's got to explore it. He's got to do the same thing I'm doing.
But here's the thing.
Keegan too.
I'm the doer. It's just who I am. I'm the secretary. I go and do all of the things. But you have said, and Aaron has said, that he cannot learn to do them if I am already doing them.
No, I understand. No.
So I haven't done the thing.
But still, this lesson has not been taught yet, though.
So how do I help him do those things without doing it for him?
No, you give him the leads and you say, contact these people now. Go online and set up your thing and start searching for jobs. If you have a question, come to me with the question. It's not for you to do it.
I do it for you.
No, you do it for me because, one, you have a far better attitude when it comes to filling in the same information
50 million
multiple
freaking times.
I have a serious problem with that. Just like that thing that I had to fill out where I was answering all those questions for freaking Jackson Public Schools. Whoever is doing that in Jackson Public Schools, you need to look at your application again. Because to ask somebody the same questions over and over and over and over and over does not make any sense. You just wasted their time, which means you're saying something. But you're saying something about your district. You're saying something about where they're going to be working, and I don't know that I'd want to work in a place like that had just an application like that. It didn't. Nothing about that said professionalism. Nothing about that said that this is a place where we value your time and energy. Nothing about. So if that's the case, if that's how you're starting, then why would anybody want to work there?
I still haven't even finished it because you worked on it for 2.5 hours,
Yeah.
2 hours and 45 minutes. I worked on it for an hour and 45 minutes and still hadn't completed it.
Like I said, it doesn't make sense that school systems and their application process, just the application, this is not even interviewing, that their application process is so arcane. It literally comes out of like the 90s.
Like the interface is from the 90s.
Yeah.
Like literally same interface from the 90s. And it
2000s.
It blew my mind, like, what the hell is this? Look at this. And it's not just Jackson Public Schools. We have used that same interface that goes through one company, but it's for school districts all across the country.
Like I said, they created a database and then sold it. Like they created the front end and the database and sold it all to these different systems. And then they said, well, if somebody is putting in their application, then they can share it across all these systems. I mean, it sounds good for the applicant, but then the individual school system has to choose what goes into it.
Right.
And that's where I'm having the problem, because it's like you made choices that say, we're a terrible system.
Well, and
Don't
it
come
says
here.
You can import a previous application, and you get to choose which one you import, and you import it, and then you still have to fill in the same crap that it was already filled in the other one.
Yeah, I don't get that. But that's, I think, this is HR and money, because, you know, HR doesn't make money.
No.
Okay, HR brings in talent, but HR doesn't make money. HR is not any better than, you know, teachers or security guards. They, you know, ground staff. These are all areas where money goes out, but it doesn't really come back. And, okay, that's fine, but honestly, you make your application process make sense and easier. Like, why is it that anybody has an application anymore? What is the point of that? All of the information that you're asking for on the application is on the resume. It's definitely in a CV. Why are you still wasting so much time and energy with an application?
Well, the
paper or digital, it doesn't matter. You're still wasting time with an application.
all of them ask you to upload a cover letter and then upload a resume and upload your references. They want these 3 different PDFs when it could all be one PDF, because that's how I have it. I have it all in one, and then I have individuals, depending on what they want. But then you have to go in and fill in all the blanks of the same exact stuff that was just on the resume. The link that my friend sent me from Germany yesterday was the first I have ever seen where it says, please upload your resume, and it literally populated every single thing from your resume in the correct format. No errors from top to bottom. Education, job experience, skills, everything was there perfectly. It's not even a school. It's a company that does education consulting.
Yeah, I mean,
Why
honestly,
aren't they selling their thing to all the schools?
Because the schools won't buy it because it's not cheap.
Louise, it was
Most likely they're using something that did not cost a lot of money because
it's from the 90s.
I think it might be from the 2000s, but still they're using an old version that they're used to, they understand, and they don't want to change over. Most bureaucracies don't, and they're basically unwilling to move forward because of cost. Cost is going to stop them from going and getting, or even finding out if there's a better tool for this process.
Yeah.
I just think that honestly, stop using it. It's not a good tool for assessing how good, how a teacher thinks. It really isn't. People know how to answer the questions to make themselves sound however they want to sound. You're not going to trip people up in Because if they're reading every question, they're going to give you what you want to hear. If they're not reading any question, then their answers make no sense.
Right.
So, you know.
And why in the world would a school district put in their questions to see if your teacher fit? Some kids are okay, but most of them are annoying. Why would you ask that question?
School would be enjoyable if the students weren't there.
That is not an educator. Don't hire that dude.
But who would say, yeah, I agree with that? I mean,
Nobody
would say that
say
on
that.
an application.
Not even the teacher who was just caught on video berating a student, telling him how stupid he was, that nobody liked him, and that everybody talks about him behind his back because he wasn't wearing a mask. After the president came out and said, or the CDC came out and said you don't need a mask if you're fully vaccinated, the teenager was fully vaccinated, didn't have a mask on, teacher lays into him on video, nothing happens to the teacher, and they're blaming the student for not wearing a mask. Even though he was following CDC rules, fully vaccinated. She's the teacher who would say school is more pleasurable when students aren't there. But she's not going to say that on an application. And even when she proves to you on camera that that's how she feels, you aren't going to get rid of her.
Yeah, I've always said education is a racket. And it is. But it's a racket when it comes to teachers. Because you put teachers through such a ridiculous system in a lot of cases, especially the public systems, that it makes it difficult for them to want to stay.
Yeah.
And I don't know anybody who really wants to stay. I think people get to a certain point, they're like, well, if I stay, then I can retire in X amount of years. And that's the reason for staying. And if I happen to positively affect a student a year or whatever, then okay, so be it. But I'm staying because I've invested all this time, energy, and money into being here, and I just don't want to see myself go. But then you get men that say, no, I'm not staying in this. Mm-hmm. You know, this doesn't, and that's kind of where I'm getting. It's like, this does not make sense anymore. Right. You know, to stay in a system, any system, where you don't value what that person brings to the table, educationally speaking, you don't value that, but you call yourself an educational institution? That's a problem, don't you think?
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like an intelligence agency that doesn't try to find people who are smart.
Yeah.
That it's the same thing. It's the same idea. So I don't know. I don't know how to square this circle. All I know is our search should not be limited toward. I mean, my education adjacent type things maybe, because I do have a certain level of expertise that I can bring to the table. I can bring to bear for different places, but maybe just not doing the teaching. Maybe, you know, maybe it's time for us to try to get a franchise and open up a center and you know, that kind of thing, and not be looking for work in these places, because a lot of people that are even running these places do not know what they're doing.
Right.
And they don't understand education. They are, for the most part, business educational opportunists. They're not educators, you know, necessarily, and they're, you know, education is big business right now.
Yeah.
It really is. So maybe that's the thing.
Don't forget
If
to follow
you
want
want to follow the Traveling Fars, you can find us at the YouTube, Facebook, Pinterest, iTunes, Spotify, or wherever awesome podcasts are sold for free at The Traveling Fars. If you like the Instagram or the Twitters, Traveling Fars. If you'd like to send an email, travelingfars@gmail.com, and the blog space, thetravelingfars.blueberry.net. No E's in the blueberry.
There should be stuff in your In your outro?
No, the YouTube stuff is
only
for
his
for
channel.
my channel. That is not for this channel. It does say the same thing I said all before. If you want to follow the traveling Farrs, you can find it. They already heard it.
Say it again.
They heard it.
They just-
It's the thing you saw.
You told them to subscribe
It's the
and
thing
like
that you guys just saw.
notification and tell their friends. And
We never tell them that.
No, never.
We've never done that.
No.
We don't tell people
Maybe
this.
that's-
We don't
maybe
tell
that's
people to do
why
any of
we're-
those things.
Maybe that's why we're not famous yet.
Because people don't
People
know.
are sheep
Because
that need
people
to be told
They don't
do
understand.
all the things for 50 YouTubers a day. Sick and tired of this. You know what to do.
You know what's funny about that? Now YouTubers are starting to say things like 90% of our subscribers are, or 90% of our watchers are not subscribed, and all that. It's like, you know what?
This shouldn't be a thing.
No,
You
but
like the person, you've watched several of their videos,
Subscribe.
subscribe.
Right, subscribe.
They're gonna
Like.
be recommended to you now.
I have this thing about, because I will say, oh, I want to know about this thing, and then I'll go watch a YouTube video. And if I like the person, I'll watch another YouTube video.
Yeah.
If I have watched 3 or 4 of their videos, I subscribe.
That makes sense. But that
I'm
does
not
make
going to
sense.
subscribe every single video I watch.
Correct.
But if I watch at least 3 or 4 of their videos, I subscribe.
But that makes total sense.
Yeah.
Because you've watched enough to know that you want to keep watching, and you do want to know when they upload, and you want them recommended when they have a new thing. So you ring the bell and you're good.
But after just watching them once and not subscribing, YouTube is like, oh, you like that, huh? Here's some
Yeah.
other things. Little nuggets for you.
Yeah,
And then it's hard
I
to
think
navigate back to that YouTube, the channel that you
it's
did
not
enjoy.
hard to go back. You just go back to your history and you click on them again.
Go to that.
I don't see, this is the thing that we were talking about with the Instagram thing. People put a link in their Instagram bio. I've never gone to anyone's Instagram bio. If they are a person that has a YouTube channel, I just go to YouTube and find them on YouTube. I do not go, and even if they say, I've got a new video, link in the bio, I'm not going to the bio to find it. I'm going to click over, because I guess I count the clicks, right? Why would I click into, like, I'm on the phone, but I want to watch it on my computer? Because I don't watch YouTube videos on my phone.
Right.
I do.
You see? So since I'm watching YouTube videos on my computer and I'm looking at Instagram on my phone, I just go to my computer, clickety click click. I've got them up, put the phone down, and now I'm watching their video.
Yeah.
That's how I do it. I do not do the through Instagram thing. I don't really see a lot of YouTube videos on Facebook anymore because I don't spend that much time on Facebook. But if I do, I'm gonna open it in YouTube.
Yeah, I do. I watch the Facebook videos more than I'm on like a news feed or any of that stuff. Because sometimes in the evening when it's just me, the kids are still napping, Aaron's got his headphones on, I'll just sit and watch some videos that I know that nobody else is going to want to watch or listen to. I do it there. And there are some things that are only on Facebook, like the Red Table Talk. I enjoy that, and that's only
They
on
don't have it
Facebook.
on
No,
YouTube?
it's a Facebook exclusive. That is a thing. Courtney Cox has a Facebook show about women giving birth. I don't know. I don't remember the name of it, but I've seen a couple episodes of it. She follows these women through their pregnancy journeys, and then
It's not a journey.
some of them they are. Some of them it's pretty. Wow.
All I know is nobody should have to tell anyone what to do with a YouTube video.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. I don't understand that why, like, someone big like Corridor has to tell people to subscribe and like. I don't get that. It's like, it doesn't make any sense. Now, telling people about your Patreon, yes, you're going to have to tell people about that. Tell people to go find you on Instagram and all that, yeah, sure, probably.
Or your website.
Or your website, yes, I get it. You know, link in
Merch-
description.
merch
yes,
shop,
merch
all
shops,
that,
all that.
all
Yes, yes, absolutely.
But if you like something, there's a like button for a reason.
But it's right next.
It's
It's right
it's
under the
sitting
video.
right there. You're looking at it right now.
I don't get that.
They
I don't.
even added a scroll feature while you're in full screen mode.
A scroll feature.
Yeah, so when you're in full screen, if you just scroll down, it goes down to the description and the like and all the other stuff. So you don't ever have to go out of full screen. You just scroll back up.
I've never done that.
Me either.
And you have theater mode.
I always use theater mode, but I'm usually almost always windowed doing something else, like playing something important like solitaire.
It's good for your brain.
Because that's what I do.
Usually.
I turn on YouTube videos and I watch and I play solitaire.
That's terrible. Well, I'll watch Minecraft videos while playing Minecraft.
But you're just listening, though. You're literally
No,
listening to the
I'll
Minecraft
turn-
video.
I'll-
You're
I'll
listening.
go back and forth.
Nah, you're listening. You're listening to someone talk,
Yeah.
and then you're playing the game.
Yeah.
Anything else for the people? All right, we out of here.
You said we didn't have anything, but
Say goodbye to the people.
Bye, folks.
Peace. I don't feel like getting up.
okay. Have fun being there.
I'm tired. I've been up since three something, 4 something. I'm tired.